world for what it sells and running out, that looks like we could be entering a zone where it really explodes in price.
Yeah, there's scarcity. There is silver scarcity, and anytime you introduce scarcity into a market, the price discovery mechanism kicks in at
supply and demand.
Price. That's a higher price.
So,
hello?
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you. So, where do you expect this to go in the near term?
Well, it just keeps going higher because you've got massive buyers and very little supply. And as we've said, the only way to stop it is by throwing more paper at it. But that only encourages people to buy more physical. So we've got them, by the short hairs. There's nothing they can do to defend themselves here. They can keep throwing paper at it. They can keep settling contracts with paper. But that paper is inflating the system and increasing the purchasing power of the existing silver. Now, $500 silver is a doable target if this thing continues to go on a global scale. And I'm getting videos from all over the world. People are participating in this all over the world. So that $500 target is doable. That means that the bankers' fiat paper witch's castle has collapsed, and everyone is sitting there with real money to have a real economy and a real democracy with. As the Founding Fathers stated in the Constitution, there shall be no money recognized other than gold and silver. It's a constitutional mandate. The fact that there's fiat paper today is unconstitutional. The Founding Fathers figured this out 150, 200 years ago. They knew that if you let banks create fiat money, that they will use that fiat money to monopolize and enslave and to create all kinds of mergers and acquisitions that they're doing now. Exactly what is happening now is what they knew would happen. This is why they outlawed paper money. Only gold and silver was money. Now we've got a global insurrection against banking occupation. The global banking cartel is everywhere, and now this is a global effort to take back people's wealth by buying silver, by exchanging the slave currencies of the dollar, pound, euro, and yen and others for real money. You are freeing yourself. You are
all right,
free.
Max, stay there. Come back. Take phone calls. Chris, Ed, Julio, Tim, Mark, and many others. 800-259-9231. These are interesting times we're living in. Stay with us.
If you owe money to the IRS, you can't make the problem go away by yourself. But with the help of Dan Pilla, you can get your problem solved once and for all.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. For 30 years, I've helped thousands of people solve their tax debt problem, and I can help you solve yours too. We take a very simple but proven three-step approach to solving your problem. First, we stabilize IRS collection actions so you don't have to worry about the IRS seizing your bank account or paycheck. Next, we build a comprehensive plan to get your tax debt reduced to the fullest extent possible, sometimes even completely eliminated. And finally, we work with you every step of the way to get your problem solved once and for all. Call us for a free consultation. Call 1-800-346-6829. We'll work together to get your problem solved, guaranteed.
Dan Pilla has been protecting taxpayers from the IRS for 3 decades, and he can help you too. Call us today at 800-346-6829. That's 800-34-NO-TAX.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic
is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
Got a light, Jessica?
Nope.
But you're smoking.
I don't need a light. It's a Smoke Genie electronic cigarette.
Really?
You haven't tried them? It's just like the real thing, but better. It's so much cheaper. There's no tar and burning, and you can take just a few puffs and put it right back in your purse. You can even smoke one of these where regular cigarettes are banned.
Seriously? I'm sick of people telling me where I can and can't smoke.
I tell you, it's great. There's a bunch of them out there, but Smoke Genie is way superior in flavor, quality, shipping, and customer service.
I don't know. I've been smoking cigarettes forever. Not sure I could change.
Listen, there's a 30-day no questions asked money-back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose. I wish they had Smoke Genie 10 years ago. I would have saved a ton of money. And my clothes don't smell like smoke anymore.
Really? That's great.
And Smoke Genie even has next-day delivery. Go to SmokeGenieSigs.com today and use the code RADIO for 10% off your order.
SmokeGenieSigs.com and code RADIO for 10% off? I'm in.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
I shot a video with Aaron last night titled, "It's the Bankers or Us." And it's an article explaining that they will give us no quarter. They will rape and rob everything, the big 6 mega banks. Lord Monckton agreed, member of the House of Lords. Ron Paul agrees. I mean, this is our enemy. This is the global government. Well, you did it. You made it the #1 Google search term, bankers or us. And I'd say about half the links when you click on it are to sites that mirrored our article and our video. But I would suggest all other websites out there, this will be the top search term for much of the day, take our article or write your own article about it's the bankers or us, so your site gets the massive traffic in exposing the globalist. Google may have blocked me from Google News as punishment for the Google bombs and the TSA. I don't care. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So when you hear us do a search term, you better take our articles and put it on your own site or news site. Bankers or us, #1 volcanic search. We have the #1, #2, and #3 yesterday. Great job, listeners. So there you have it, Max Kaiser. They are certainly getting upset about what we're doing.
Right. Well, it's an information war, and they have their algorithms, and you have your listeners, and it's a war.
Well, I salute our frontline soldiers out there. You know, I want to...
I'm looking at my site right now, maxkaiser.com, Keiser. There's a great photo that somebody sent me. It's a Photoshop version of a very famous Times Square photo. Back in the 60s, John Lennon and Yoko Ono took out big billboards in Times Square that said, "War is over if you want it." And somebody sent me a Photoshop version of this that says, $500 silver if you want it. And that's really gets to the message here. If people around the world want $500 silver, that's exactly what they'll get, because all they have to do is go out and buy a couple of ounces of silver, and they'll get $500 silver. This is a mass global movement to stop the terrorists, just like back in the 60s. You had a mass movement that stopped the Vietnam War. This is a mass movement to stop these financial banking terrorists.
Max, I agree.
$500 silver.
I want to get to some calls before we've got to end this overdrive transmission. But in your estimations and the estimations that have been done by major economists that you mentioned last hour, how much silver, physical silver, has got to be purchased to guaranteed annihilate the bankers?
Well, the supply is about 100 million ounces a year. It's not really, and the industrial use is something like 700 million ounces a year. So there's already huge silver shortages right now. Plus the hedge funds are our partner in this, and they're buying silver in billion-dollar quantities. So there's already, the hedge funds are going to make this happen anyway. So I'm telling you, the person who can only buy 1 or 2 coins, get in now, because the hedge funds who are buying 1 billion at a clip are making this happen right now. So the shortages are right now.
And you made the point 3 weeks ago here on the show that as we drive this up, the greedy globalists, they're all going to join in and destroy themselves. They can't help it.
They're opportunists, but that works in our favor, because then we've got leverage against them. They'll sell out their J.P. Morgan buddies at the drop of a hat. You know, they're not going to sit in the bunker and get destroyed with the balance sheet of J.P. Morgan and their banking buddies. They're going to change. They're going to be joining our forces. We're going to convert them. We're converting them every day.
It's by deploying the Renaissance, by leading, like our guest said yesterday, shooting our grappling hook over the parapet and hauling ourselves up above the globalist, leading by example. That's Max Keiser.
Well, it's like Pac-Man. You know, Pac-Man, when you gobble up one of the little things in the Pac-Man, he becomes part of your forces. So every time it goes higher, more of the globalists switch sides because they don't want to get in front of this freight train and get killed. They're like, silver's going to 500, I'm getting into silver.
All right,
they're converting and they're joining the forces.
All right, let's take phone calls here. We've got to hurry. Chris in Nevada, you're on the air with Max Keiser. Go ahead.
All right, how you doing, Alex?
Good. Go ahead.
Good. I got a question. You guys are saying if you take 20% of J.P. Chase's Morgan or these 6 big banks, take their money out and bank locally or buy silver, the big bank crashes, right?
Yes.
Okay. What happens to the other 80% of people and their money that are, haven't taken it out or bought any silver?
Well, the bankers are already debasing the dollar. They're already debasing. They're already in a predatory takeover. So if they're going to take us down, we're going to take them down.
Yeah. And I got another point. As far as like buying silver, that I find that a great idea for everybody to start doing. But for people like myself who generally live like day to day, as far as like the money we receive, through paycheck to paycheck, like if I buy silver myself, I can't necessarily like buy my nightly meals or pay my water bill with silver. So like, all right, Chris,
I get this all the time, and I appreciate your call. Let me briefly answer and get a 30-second answer from Max because I got to go, to the other callers here. If you, okay, Max, let me answer because this is important. Okay, this is elementary. 14 years ago when I was promoting silver, it was like $5 an ounce. Now it's $29. So if you're a poor person, but you bought it when it was $5, now today you could sell that silver and pay your electric bill. If you keep the dollars, they're being devalued while the silver is going up. So it is the poor man's gold. And so it doesn't mean you've got to buy a bunch of silver. I mean, we're just here discussing, look, why did I believe in gold and silver when gold was $260 an ounce or $265 an ounce and silver was $5 an ounce? Because I'd studied history and I knew what debasing currencies did. It makes other key commodities, especially metals, go up. So it's elementary. People say, well, how do I pay a bill in silver? You go cash it in for the fiat money at the time you need it, but your money isn't devalued. Max, can you explain it to them?
Anybody has $28 to buy a coin. Even people, homeless people, have $28 to buy a coin. And remember Gandhi in his march to the sea, as he got closer to the sea, the people following him turned into the millions. And what did he do when he got to the sea? He simply reached in and pulled a handful of salt. That's all he did, and that's all it took to annihilate the British Empire.
Because there was a tax, the British had a monopoly on salt, and his joke was it's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Now, fiat currencies is the new imperial way to keep us locked up in prison. And by buying one little silver coin, or even a half a silver coin, or a quarter of a silver coin, or a little silver trinket, you are now part of the movement. You are part of the revolution. You've got that silver bullet aimed at the heart of J.P. Morgan. You are now part of the global insurrection against banking occupation. You could do it for $10. And nobody in your listening audience right now, it can't.
No, I hear you. Let's go to Ed. Let's go to Ed in Hawaii. Ed, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Alex?
Yeah.
Alex, yes. First-time caller. I've been investing in silver for probably 8 years, reading on the subject for many years. One of the things I'd say to the last caller is, and I've had this idea before about the silver, too, taking down these power mongers. Go start buying 190% silver dime or 190% silver quarter. Those are like $2 to $5.